Big game of the weekend in the Premier League is the Saturday late one, Man City against Chelsea. So, Ali Moreno, you have come up with your pick'em, who's got the best goalkeeper, best defence, and so. I don't know the answer to this. You've kept this secret from me. So, I'm going to see if I can get inside your head.
Okay.
With your goalkeeping choice between Ederson and Kepa, I would suggest you've gone for Ederson. And if you have, why?
Well, let's see. Correct. It's Ederson. And Ederson is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Now, when I look at Kepa play, I'm thinking, when is this guy going to come up with a big save in a moment that matters? And one of those that you say, man, that was something special. He makes all the saves that he has to. And a lot of the times when there is a big save to be made, he seems to come up short. He's a good goalkeeper, but he's not as good as Ederson. I think at this point the difference between Ederson and Kepa is significant.
Okay. This is a tough one because Man City's defence, injury issues or whatever, it's not very good.
Right.
Chelsea's defence, they have good players, but they do concede. You've probably just gone Chelsea?
Let's see, Mark. We're going to go with Chelsea. And here's the reason. Because this is currently what we have available for these teams. Yeah. And let's not forget, a couple of weeks ago, Pep Guardiola was playing with no center backs.
True.
And never mind the false nine. This was the false center back. Because you got Fernandinho back there and Rodri back there because you don't have players available. And you make choices upon that and say, you know what? I'd rather play with Fernandinho and Rodri instead of the other people that I have available. And so that's...
And he had Otamendi on the bench.
Well, again, he's making that choice. I'd rather play those guys than play the natural center back who starts for Argentina. But, well, that's neither here nor there. That's Guardiola's decision. Here's the thing. Chelsea does have a couple players that are very interesting. Tomori has been very good. And I think James has come in and changed the dynamic of what that team does on the right-hand side, putting in jeopardy the job of somebody who you would think would be, no doubt, starter in Cesar Azpilicueta. And in order to put that in doubt, you have to have been very good. And I think James has provided that because he gives this team strength, power, speed, a real attacking presence on the right-hand side. I think Chelsea, just enough, they're better defensively than Manchester City, just based on the personnel that is currently available.
I think your jacket, which is very fetching today, is reflective of your midfield pick. Not everyone could get away with that, but you do.
Okay.
Is it powder blue or is it city blue?
Well, it's not city blue.
And does City get your midfield pick?
Come on now.
Of course they do.
This is a no-brainer. The strength of Manchester City is in the numbers of quality players that they have in this area of the field and what they can do in controlling games and controlling the pace in which a game is played. If Manchester City's midfield is playing at their very best, there aren't many teams in the world that have a chance, simply because of the way that they move the ball, they distribute the passes, the movement with the ball, the movement without the ball, rotation, player interchange. It all happens so perfectly for Manchester City. The midfield for Manchester City is superior to that of Chelsea's.
You're going to say the same about the strikers, aren't you? Or are you?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yes, I am. And I know we love some Tammy Abraham. I like what he's doing. And I also look at the attacking play from Chelsea and you say there's a lot to be positive and optimistic about and what the future may hold for Chelsea. But we're not talking about the future, we're talking about the now. And the now, you're talking about Sergio Aguero, and you're talking about the possibility of having Raheem Sterling down the right-hand side, and the many options that you have on the other side of Manchester City. So for me, the attack of Manchester City is superior to that of Chelsea's, even though Chelsea, again, has shown signs that this is a team that may be very good not only now, but for years to come.
Okay, I think most people would have maybe guessed that, so I'm not going to claim to be some sort of crystal ball expert. This is harder, so your best player out of City and Chelsea. I'm going to go back to before the start of the season when you and I did a Premier League preview and we were speaking about City and you were talking about how highly you rated and how much you liked Kevin De Bruyne. So I'm going to go with De Bruyne as your player pick from the two teams. Okay,
so I told you that Manchester City's midfield is their best asset out on the field. How they're able to control a game. Well, the best player out of that midfield is Kevin De Bruyne. His passing ability changes game. His movement changes game. Not many players around the world can claim that. He can claim that because when that ball comes to him down the right-hand side and he's swinging that ball in, the strikers inside the box, they know that ball is coming. Yeah. They can anticipate it. And the delivery, the quality of the ball, the vision, the passing, the movement, his athleticism, his ability to go on in the attack, but also give you enough work defensively. Kevin De Bruyne is an outstanding player and the best player of Manchester City and Chelsea combined.
Let's end with your prediction.
A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Yeah, 4-1.
4-1 City.
Manchester City.
Very good. There you go.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.